Hi everyone. Myself, I am a Nurse Mubstar. I am a student of SPC Bangalore. My USN is 1V21IS038. In this video, we will discuss about the types of keys in DBMS. There are 7 types of keys. You can see on the screen. One is super key, candidate key, primary key, alternate key, unique key, composite key, finally foreign key. Let's discuss one by one its properties and advantages. First one is primary key. What is primary key? A primary key in a table that uniquely identify the each row and column or set of columns in a table. It will identify the rows and columns or columns in a table. The primary key is an attribute or a set of attributes that help the unique identify of tuples in a relation table. The main work of primary key is identify the tuples in a relation table. It is a small example of primary key. Let's move on. Properties of primary key. First property is a relation can contain only one primary key. A relation contain only one primary key. Second one is a primary key may be composed of single attribute is known as single primary key. Many attributes is known composed primary key. Third point is a primary key is also known as minimum super key. Note the point. It is also known as minimum super key. The attributes are null, not null. Sorry, the attributes are not null in a primary key. The primary key attributes are not be null. Attributes that are part of the primary key is known as prime attributes. A primary key is also chosen by candidate keys. A primary key attributes are irreducible. We use the convert the attributes from the form of primary key of the relation of underlined. The primary key cannot be contain duplicate values. Note the point. The primary key cannot be contain duplicate values. Okay. What are the advantages of primary key? Each line of the table is unique identified. This is very helpful when performing any operation on the data such as updating, deleting, searching, etc. Due to primary key, the access of record become faster. Next one key is candidate key. What is candidate key? A candidate key is an attribute or combination of attributes of uniquely identified rows in the table. Not the point. Rows in the table and attributes of the form of the key cannot be further reduced. It's known as candidate key. That's why you use it. This is an example of candidate key. Properties of candidate key. A candidate key is a subset of super key. Note the point. It is a subset of super key. What is super key? Let's discuss in further slides. Okay. That can be uniquely identify the other attributes of the table. Its specialty is it will identify the other attributes of the table. A table can have more than one candidate key. Next, finally, the candidate key helps the determining the prime or non-prime attributes of a table. Ensure the integrity of data, preventing duplicate data. Key is foreign key. What is foreign key? A foreign key links the data. It will links the data in a one table to data in another table. It will links the data. Okay. You can see in this picture here the foreign key is ID. You can see the one table has ID, another table has the ID, student detail and student marks. A common attribute is ID. It is known as foreign key. Okay. What are the properties of foreign key? First property is the foreign key values in a table can be null. The value can be null. Okay. The foreign key may contain the duplicate values. It may contain duplicate values. May not be also. A table may be have more than one foreign key. More than one. Okay. One or more than one. A parent present table record can be deleted in no child table record exists. Parent table cannot be updated if the child is existed. If the child is table is existed, the table cannot be updated. Okay. Next advantage of foreign key. What are the advantages of foreign key? First is streamlined data sets. With foreign key database administration does not have store the repeat data in multiple tables. Main point is it will does not store the repeated data in multi tables. Okay. They have the data available to different tables without creating redundant data sets. Next is important super key. We discussed it in candidate key, no? What is super key? We know. A super key is an attribute set of the can uniquely identify the tuples. Okay. A super key is a superset of candidate key. We know that. It is an example of super key. It is an example of super key. Next, we discuss about properties. What is the properties of super key? In a relation of data module, a super key is a set of attributes that uniquely identifies each tuples of the relation. Because the key values are unique tuples with this male super key value must be also have the same non-key attribute values. That is non-key attributes that functionally dependent on the super key. It is properties of super key. Next, let me discuss advantage. The role of super key is simply to identify the tuples. Identify tuples, that's it. Of the classified table in a database. It is a superset where the candidate key is a part of super key only. So all those attributes or the tables are capable to identify the other attributes of the table in a unique manner of the all super keys. Okay. Next is alternate key. What is alternate key? The alternate key is the those of candidate key, which is not a primary key. Not the point, which is not a primary key. There can be only one primary key for the table. Therefore, the remaining candidate keys is known as alternate or secondary key. Note that the candidate key is also known as alternate or secondary key. This is an example of alternate key. Next, properties of alternate key. What are the properties of alternate key? A set of properties that is an equality way of identify this intense combination of alternate key values must be unique within the class. A primary key is generated value and integrated composite required on one or more alternate keys. Next, what are the advantages of alternate key? A alternate key can be useful for the enforced data integrately consists as it allows you to enforce the unique constant of one or more columns in a table. This can be useful for the ensuring the data in the table of valid constants. Last second is composite key. It is then composed of two or more attributes of collective unique identify each record. Okay. It is an example of composite key. Properties of composite key. First property is candidate key can consist of two or more attributes that together uniquely identify either occurrence or table or row wise. A compound key is composite key of for each attribute that makes your keys foreign key its own right. Its advantage. What is its advantage is one of the main benefit of its composite index is maybe reduce the number of input output operation required to access data. It will reduce the input output operation required to access to data. This is because of the composite index of safety and multiplexability. A query such where join, order by, or group cases without any scanning of additional index or table. Last one is final unique key, a condition that is assigned to the certain number of data set of columns to graduate the information stored those the columns distinct for each row in the table. This is an unique key example. What are the properties of unique key? The unique key is a set of the one or more than the one field column of the table that uniquely identify the record of database. You can say that it is little like primary key, but it not accept only one null value, and it cannot be have duplicate values. Okay. Last advantage of unique key. A good database design that provides the unique keys performance. You can automatically ensure that all data is added to the table as unique keys. The engineer the Ingres optimizer recognize the table that have unique keys and use this information to plan queries wisely. That's all of this video. In further video, we discuss about some important topics of DBMS. Thank you.